So I'm going to show you how to make these really cool little earrings made out of bicycle inner tubes. So to make the earrings out of the inner tubes, what you're going to need is a piece of the inner tube, and it's been washed and cut open, and you're going to need one head pin for each earring. So this one's a couple inches long, earring hook, a few beads, and your tools. So what you're going to do to start is actually cut a piece of the inner tube that is about 1/4 inch by 8 inches long. You'll start with your head pin, and you're going to put your first bead on there. This is a hematite bead, it's 6 millimeters. And then what you're going to do is just take your inner tube, and I find because the head pins are a little bit soft, sometimes it's easier actually to poke this through the inner tube holding it with the pliers. Otherwise you could try to poke a hole first with a pin, but it's a little finicky. So I find this works well. So you just kind of force it through like that. So then you have your first, piece like that. And actually to start, we're going to have to hold it near the end. And then you want just to kind of follow the approximate same pattern as what we're doing here. So we want to bend it. Let me move this out of the way so we can see. I'll bring it up here a little closer. So what you want to do is just bend it a little bit. So, compare with the other one and bend it about, there. It doesn't have to be super perfect. You would just want to try to center it though, and also be careful not to poke your fingers. So we'll poke it through like that. Okay, so we have one that's like that, and then we're going to put one of our beads. So I'll start with the red bead in there, and then we want to bend it back, bring it up near the top again, and you're going to kind of eyeball, how much is there, the size. And so we're going to just go, looks like it's maybe 3/8 of an inch or something. So we're going to, you could actually get really precise and measure it and poke the holes, or even draw the holes on there or whatever, but I'm just going to really freehand it for now. And so we want to go back and forth, poke it through like that, and then we're going to put another bead, and then the same thing, hold the end. I get a little wider as I go up, so we're going to guess this one's more like 1/2 inch or something. That, and then the other side. Keep pushing it down a little bit as you go. And then this side, eyeball that one a little bit. And then your last bead, put the red one on. And then this one's a little wider too. You can always put it beside this one to see if it's kind of more or less the same. And then we'll just push this one back through. Okay, and once you have it how you like it, like I said, you can compare it to make sure it's more or less the same, and if it's not, you could remove it and put it back again. And then you just clip the end a little bit, like say 1/4 inch or something, like that. Okay, and then what you want to do is very carefully work everything down to the bottom, because you want it to be right down against that bottom bead. Okay, so we've got them all down, and then compare it to see if it's more or less the same height. You can push it up a little bit if you need to. So we've got that. And then to do the loop, you're going to clip it first. Okay, so I always clip it to about 3/8 to 1/2 of an inch. And then you get your round pliers. Okay, hold it in place. Pull it back to a little bit of a 45 degrees down there. And then form your loop with your round pliers. This gets easier with practice. Like that. And then you're going to straighten it with your flat pliers. And then you're going to get your hook already made, open it up, stick it on there, and there you have your cool earrings. And just to show you, I also had made an attempt at doing another earring, similar idea, and what it was I did that kind of concept, the wiggly concept, and then this here is actually the inner tube that hasn't been sliced, you know, so it's a full tube of a smaller inner tube, and I put the beads inside, so it's kind of cool. I found it a little wonky, but you know, it's very cool. It's another idea. You could do it the same way. You just make the ring, stick the head pin through, put a few beads, stick it through the other side, and then do your wiggly stuff up top. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe, press the button below, and all my social media links are in the description. If ever you want me to create a DIY video based on an idea or a design you've seen, just send me a little email, and I'd love to work out some ideas for new designs too.